To understand a musical revolution, sometimes you don't need to look at a whole decade. Sometimes you just need to zoom way in on a single night. Today, we're doing just that. We're going back to a really pivotal moment in rock history to see how one radio broadcast became the epicenter of a sonic earthquake. Okay, let's get into it. This is our anchor point, February 15th, 1980. On this one Friday night, a legendary radio show was broadcasting all across the UK. And it wasn't just spinning records. It was pretty much becoming a live document of a musical rebellion happening in real time. So, what did this revolution actually sound like? Let's take a look at the incredible and honestly kind of surprising mix of music that was hitting the airwaves that night. I mean, just look at this playlist. It's all over the place, in the best way possible. You've got the artsy prog rock of Utopia and Genesis, the bluesy swagger of 10 Years After, and of course, stadium giants like Kiss and Led Zeppelin. But tucked right in there was something different, something with this raw, street-level energy and a razor-sharp edge. A band called Saxon. And it's that one band, Saxon, that really helps us understand why this specific broadcast was so important. See, they weren't just another band on the playlist. They were right at the heart of a whole new musical movement. Now, to really get this, we need a little context. This wasn't just a radio show. It was reflecting a massive cultural shift. The new wave of British heavy metal, or the NWOBHM as everyone called it, was just exploding across the UK. It basically took the heavy, bluesy DNA of the old guard and supercharged it with the speed and do-it-yourself attitude of punk. And for Saxon, this night was an absolute game changer. I mean, just getting a track played on this show was a huge deal. But to premiere a brand new live session, that was like a coronation. It was a crystal clear signal to every single rock fan listening that this band was about to be massive. This session had been recorded just a few weeks before, so it was fresh, it was raw, it was electric, completely unapologetic. Tracks like Motorcycle Man weren't just songs, they were anthems for this new generation. By putting this on the air, the show wasn't just playing a record, it was giving every listener a front-row seat to the future of rock. So, what was this show, this institution that had its fingers so perfectly on the pulse of a new generation of rock music? Well, let's take a closer look at the show that made all of this possible. And this timeline just shows you the incredible journey this show went on. From its launch back in '78, it was a rock-solid presence for 15 years, shaping what people were listening to. It wasn't just about the music of the moment either. It was about the future. It championed whole movements like the NWOBHM, and was even a tech pioneer, embracing CDs way before most other shows. The show's magic was really in its formula. It was perfect. It had something for every single type of rock fan. You got the absolute thrill of hearing exclusive live sessions, the excitement of brand new releases, and then these satisfying deep dives into classic tracks that connected the past, present, and future of rock music. But a show this iconic is way more than just a playlist, right? It needs a guide, a trusted voice to take you through it all. And the Friday Rock Show had one of the all-time greats, the legendary Tommy Vance. For 15 years, Tommy Vance was the voice of rock on British radio. Simple as that. His deep, authoritative voice was just the sound of Friday nights for an entire generation. He wasn't just a presenter, he was a passionate advocate, a real champion for this music, fighting to give rock and heavy metal the mainstream spotlight it deserved. And Vance's influence went way beyond just breaking new bands. His signature feature, Classic Cuts, was a total masterstroke. It was like a weekly history lesson in rock, connecting the dots between the pioneers of the past and the trailblazers of the present. It gave all that new music so much more context and weight. So, when you put it all together, the perfect timing of the NWOBHM, the groundbreaking music from bands like Saxon, and the curatorial genius of Tommy Vance, what you get is more than just a radio show. You get a landmark moment in music history. 15 years. Just think about that. In the music industry, that is an eternity. For 15 straight years, this show was a constant, a reliable beacon for rock fans every single Friday night. That kind of consistency doesn't just build an audience, it creates a community. When you look back, the show's legacy is just undeniable. It dragged rock and metal out from the underground and shoved it right into the mainstream spotlight. It didn't just play the hits, it made them. It launched careers, it defined a movement, and it immortalized Tommy Vance as the voice of a generation. It really became the gold standard for what a rock radio show could and probably should be. And if you need any more proof of that legacy, just think about this. Years after the show had ended, when he passed away in 2005, the BBC paid him the ultimate tribute. They re-aired his final broadcast from 1993. It was this really powerful acknowledgement of the profound impact that both the man and the institution he built had on music. Which, of course, brings us to today. The Friday Rock Show was a trusted human guide to the cutting edge. In our world of endless playlists and impersonal algorithms, what's taken its place? Is there still a single unifying voice out there that can champion a new scene and bring it to a massive audience? It's definitely a question worth thinking about.